What's good? You already know what it is. New England's finest, this Fame right here.
It's PdotC.
And we skipping class.
With the progress report. Let's get it.
The progress report.
Alright, what's going on? It's your girl Lala Shepherd. This is another episode of Skipping Class presented by the Progress Report. Man, I'm super blessed today. I got two twins here.
Let's get it.
Okay, we got Fame and PdotC. How y'all doing?
I'm doing good, man. Feel good to be in Atlanta for sure.
Yeah, we're just grateful here and thank you for the opportunity.
Absolutely, man. So I'm gonna let y'all introduce yourselves and tell me what all do you guys do.
Okay. So Fame PdotC, man, we from Connecticut and pretty much we're just hip hop artists, and we do anything pretty much creative to kind of get our vision out there. So even in Connecticut, we throw events and stuff like that. He's real lit on TikTok or whatever.
On TikTok too, you know, doing my thing.
We kind of getting into acting a little bit too as well. So it just depends, you know, what the vibe is at the moment.
Yeah,
but
full-fledged music, full-fledged content, and you know, we like serial entrepreneurs for sure. I think.
all independent too.
Facts.
Okay. Well, tell me about growing up in Hartford, Connecticut. Like, you know, what was that like from your perspective?
Hartford, man, it's just one of those places where it's a small city, you know, and I think a small city is like everything is personal out there, you know. Everybody got a chip on their shoulder, so Connecticut ain't really got the spotlight like they wanted to, but you know, you got people like us and a few others holding it down out there, so definitely.
Yeah, and plus we're in between like Boston and New York, so we kind of get overshadowed when it comes to like music or any like entertainment or whatever. But there's a lot of hidden gems out there for sure. Yeah, for sure.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that. So that's cool that y'all be putting on different events though. You know what I mean? So that's tight. So what's the music scene like out there from your perspective? Do y'all have a certain sound, would y'all say?
You know, it's obviously like influenced by like outside like forces, and I think that's one of like the issues with Connecticut a little bit. It's kind of like we don't particularly have like a certain sound. If people hear the music, you may hear like a certain accent or certain slang that we use, but other than that, it's kind of hard to pinpoint what a Connecticut artist sounds like.
Right. I think that's like the struggling factor of it, like just getting our own sound. But like again, there's a few others out there, like I want to say Annoy, Chris Webby, like you know, there's like a bunch of people like who really got their own sound, and then specifically for us, like I think Connecticut, we just real chill, smooth, wavy people. You know what I mean? Like that's the type of music we want to give off, like so that's what we want.
Yeah.
Respect that. Can y'all talk about, you know, growing up as twins and which one of you are the oldest?
I'm the oldest, 20 minutes, 20 strong minutes. That's like, for twins, I mean, for us, I think we get a lot of twin questions, but I can't say we did like a lot of the twin things, you know what I mean? Because like at a young age, like our parents used to dress us together, but they knew we wasn't with that from a young age. So I think we always was like, all of our friends, anybody who know us, they know Aunt and Dre or Fame and P-Dot, like they know us differently like that.
Yeah, and just like personality-wise, like people would say like he's more hype than me, I'm more chill, this, that, and the third. And I think growing up, like people just, once you get to know us, you can tell the difference, like
For sure.
instantly. Like a lot of people, once they get around us, it's like, some people really be saying, yo, y'all don't even really look that much alike. I don't believe I look that much like him.
Really?
I mean, because I know the difference. I know what I look like versus what he look like.
We can put a baby picture, and I know which one is me. Like, for real.
Did y'all ever use that to your advantage though, growing up?
I can't say like not like on purpose. Like I'll say like we'll use it organically. Like I know for a fact like my twin brother got my back on anything. So I'm moving just like that or vice versa. If he right or wrong, we moving with a purpose. Like that's my brother. You feel me?
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah.
Okay. So speak about getting into music and also too, I know y'all started off originally as battle rappers, right?
Right.
So, you know, and talk about, you know, since y'all got into music, being from a place that's not so musically inclined too.
Yeah, so like originally, so it started off kind of like with shout out my Uncle Gary, like he gave us like this boombox when we was young, and we used to record on the windowsill. And then like my father, he works like in a radio station in Connecticut. our family is from Jamaica, whatever. So he does like a Jamaican radio station. He's very like musically inclined. So that was always kind of like an impact to us. And then I think when we got to the age 14, we met like one of our close friends named Miles High Kamar. He was rapping. He was been rapping, and then he just kind of like inspired us. I'm not even gonna lie. We was rapping, but he inspired us to take it serious. And then we just kind of kept at it, and we used to go around the city just kind of rapping with people, whatever, just to kind of get a name. And then, you know, back when it was like the mixtape eras and that piff, that's when we used to just kind of record music and kind of put it out. And then we just kind of started to take it more seriously.
Yeah, we just started going up from there. I think we transitioned from like battling to like really making songs. We really want to just make songs, impact. And I think like around the time, like again, like Connecticut ain't really got like its own really sound. So we was like different. We made a group and we all made music. We all went out parties. We threw parties. We did all that. And like, you know, I think people who we was listening to influenced that. Like, you know, 50 Cent was real big in Connecticut. Max B was real big.
Max B
like,
was crazy in Connecticut.
Right. Yeah. I'm a big Currency fan. Currency was like, you know, like.
And I got to shout out. It was only like, cause in Connecticut it ain't like a big influence as far as like one specific rapper, but I will say it was a rapper named Smooth Hayes from Hartford, Connecticut, who had it. He had that shit on smash. I'm not even gonna lie. So he was like a big influence for people coming up, just to see like a level of success with music.
Right.
Nice. Big respect. You know, so talk about, you know, y'all sounds too, because I know y'all both got different sounds.
Right.
And also too, y'all been releasing consistently, you know what I mean, for some time now too. I know y'all released y'all latest Body Work. That was the top of this year, right?
Right. Yep. Girls on Road.
As well.
Yep.
So I want y'all to talk about just, you know, y'all sounds first, and then also too, just talk about the growth from each project.
Right. So for me, how I describe it really is just kind of, we make lifestyle music, you know, like stuff that people can relate to, like whether it's relationship, struggling, just getting through hard times, or having some type of success. Try to be motivational with our music. So I think that's pretty much what we try to project, because I believe in, you know, good karma, bad karma, and what you put out in the universe. So I'll say like style-wise, as far as our rapping ability, it's different only because he kind of, growing up, he was listening to more Cassidy.
And
Cassidy
was like my favorite rapper for sure.
I was more on The Game. Like, The Game used to be one of my favorite rappers, man. So shout out to The Game, because he just dropped the album. But he used to be like one of my favorite rappers. So like style-wise, it was slightly different, but I think it just kind of molded into something unique. And it was a good combination.
Yeah, I think we just try to like, we don't really try to like force it. Like anytime we in the, he say this all the time, don't force it. Right. We just flow, chill, like real cool, like smooth music. Again, anything you want to play whether you running, jogging, you on a train in New York somewhere, you on a train in Atlanta, you know, you driving. I love to drive, so listening to music on that type of time. So that's the type of music we on for cool people, you know?
Yeah, and just as far as like the music that we putting out now, so the latest project was Girls on Road. It came off a trilogy, so we had a project called Girls on Tour, Girls Who Travel, and then Girls on Road. And then like right now, we just kind of stepped up as far as like this independent ground and being more consistent. So like we releasing like as much tracks as we can right now.
If you tapped in on our Spotify, there's a new song on Spotify
like
all the time.
Yeah,
so tap in on the Spotify for sure.
Yeah, we dropped 3 songs this month, another one next week. Yeah, so.
Nah, that's cool. Yeah, y'all Spotify look good too.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Now I want to circle back to y'all attending and graduating from an HBCU. Y'all graduated from Virginia State University. So I want you to speak on that experience.
Oh man, one of the best experiences of my life. I'm not even gonna lie. I think it took me out of my comfort zone, being from like a small city. Like, you know, if you're from like just one city and you've been there your whole life, you kind of, your mindset just that, and then take you out of that and put you somewhere else, and you around like, the good thing about it, like I was around a lot of people who look like me who wanted to succeed, and that is worth whatever. You know what I mean? Like you don't get that being where where you at. So I think the experience, meeting the people, and then it it tests you, like, you know, it puts you up against yourself and how to find yourself.
Yeah, and I say it definitely was like more of a culture shock, because like being from Connecticut, and Connecticut has this stigma with like they just think it's just mad white people there, Hartford, it has like honestly one of the biggest like Jamaican culture there. So like growing up, it was just like on the north end of Hartford or whatever, it's mainly Black Americans and Jamaican Americans or Jamaicans or whatever the case may be. So going to Virginia and you just meeting these Southern people from like everywhere, it was they telling us about Bootsy. Like we was like Bootsy, like the wipe me down nigga. Like that's how we thought. But it was like, nah, what you, y'all don't listen to him. But they put us on like a lot. Like they put us on the
Gucci man was going crazy. I tapped into Gucci when I went down there. I was like, all right,
So it's just good to learn like different versions of Black people. I say that.
That's beautiful. Now during that time frame, y'all got a chance to rap for J. Cole and Drake.
Yeah. Oh man, it was like a crazy experience. Like we was outside. Like it's a long story, but I'll say it like this: we was outside till like 4 a.m. in our city. And like usually when there's a concert in our city, we know where everybody at. Like Hartford is but so small, so we just made our mind like, yo, we gonna meet these dudes while they here. And they was like on their tour bus late night. I think they was playing the game all night. We was outside all night. They came out and you know we just pulled up on them like, yo, Drake, like I'm trying to rap for you. Like what's up? And he was cool and he was like, pull up, like let me hear what you got. In the midst of it, I don't even know J. Cole there, you know, it's just a bunch of, it's like a bunch of OVO Dreamville people there. And, you know, we just get the rap for them and, like, they just showed us mad organic love. And that's crazy to really, like, hindsight, to really think 4 a.m. in a city that you don't know. I mean, we was young, but you know what I mean? It's crazy out here, but they was cool.
And it's just so, like, crazy to think about, because back then, it wasn't, like, more so, like, let's pull out the phone to record. We was just grateful for the only thing we got was the picture, but we were just like, fuck it, like, it was an experience worth a lifetime. So that, like, from that night, like, I remember just being like, oh, we can really do this.
It wasn't even no, like, it was funny, because once we done rap with them, we just ran away from them. Like, we was just like, all right, and that was it. We didn't even try to network, really. It was like, all right, we did what we supposed to do. We up, like, you know, that's how it felt. And I love that moment, because they was just so embracing, for sure.
That's tight. Can y'all talk about the independent grind and also too balancing your personal lives?
Yeah, I think it's figuring out something that work, you know, because it's like we try to do a lot. Like, if you know us, it's not just with music. We do events, we do our own content, we do our own videos, and we always trying to, like, network with people. And balancing it with my personal life, like, I just try to make my music reflect, like, where I'm at in that point in time. And, you know, you always growing, you always changing, so I just want to be tapped into myself, so I know my music gonna be tapped into that. Like, you know, like, as we, like, growing, I'm married, all that, you know what I mean? Like, I want people, different people listening to my music. I want people to just tap in on a different level. So even on, like, on that personal, emotional level, like, that's what I want my music to reflect, because that's where I'm at in life right now, you know what I mean?
And just going off of, like, the independent grind, like, some of the people we look up to, Nipsey Hussle, you know, TMC, you already know the marathon continues, but it's other, like, artists that people don't even, like, are that big up on, like Larry June. We got Money Man too.
Money Man, that's my boy.
You got this guy named Coda the Friend and La Russell in the Bay, and these are, like, independent people that's killing it or whatever, and it's more profitable for the independent artists, like, especially when it comes to, like, longevity, because it's not like you're chasing numbers, like, you're not trying to outsell somebody or outdo your last project. You're just feeding your audience, feeding your core, and that's what people love about it. And, like, it's so weird, because nowadays I feel like I don't connect as much to mainstream music anymore. Like, it's so weird. Like, I'll listen to La Russell in a heartbeat, but, like, if some big artist drop, I'll listen to them, but the replay value is just kind of gone. Like, after a week, because there's so much stuff coming out. And to me, like the independent artists are the ones that's so hungry for it. They putting out 5 albums a year or something like that. So it just depends how you look at it. But that,
I think, again, just like you could control your narrative, like you could control like what you want to put out and how you want to put out and when you want to put it out. Like there's nobody putting us on a schedule. We put our own schedule. And I think that's like, if you're like an artist or doing anything like that's like creative, that's how you want to move, you know, like that, like the way you could express, like art, like is expression, and you want to express yourself like fully, you know. So independent is like, it showed us nothing but love. Like it's like, and it was just like growing up, we always just like the you know, if you're a rapper, I think if you play ball, you want to go to the NBA. If you're a rapper, you want to get a signed deal. Yeah. But once you like rapping and then you see this like independent hustle of it, like the streaming, and you like, yo, this is the lane I'm really trying to tap into. So
you can keep like 100% of what you putting out and stuff like that. Like to me, that's more of like, that's how people get more money. Like look at Russ is from Atlanta. He killed it just independently, going crazy. Like, and it's crazy thing too. Like I remember, first year I moved to New York, I seen him open up for Jay Electronica. Really? Yo, I swear to God, like, and it's a weird matchup, like Russ and Jay Electronica, and he was just dolo performing. I'm just like, bro, who is this guy? Whatever. He just doing, man. A few months after, the song "What You Want" was going crazy. I said, that is so crazy. I seen this dude open up for Jay. Yeah, but he was killing it independently, and look where it's at now. So.
Crazy. That's Russ. So I want y'all to tell me something that the average person wouldn't know about y'all, because I know y'all big into health and mental health, you know, awareness and all that good stuff. But what's something else outside of the stuff that y'all showcase that the public wouldn't know about y'all?
That's a little hard for me because I'm gonna say I try to be like my most authentic self. You know, I kind of like, I think I'm in a phase where I don't even care about not care about nothing, not living reckless or nothing like that. But it's just like, if you have an issue with what I got going on, then it's just not for you. You know what I mean? Like, but I think like people who might not know, or people who know me close know that I'm very like, I think disciplined at the moment right now. Like I'm waking up at like 5 a.m., I'm going to the gym, I'm meditating, I'm praying, I'm doing all that, like, you know, morning and night while trying to do all of this, right? I'm real tapped into like spiritual, like, you know what I mean? I think and I think that's where I needed to go to make everything I want happen. Like tap into myself and tap into like the higher powers. So that's something that I think, you know, is really beneficial for people. Whatever journey you on, once you tap into yourself, you get a lot more done.
Yeah, I think for me, like, honestly, it's pretty much the same. I would just probably say, like, I'm more reserved or cautious with my energy a lot. Like, especially nowadays, it's just like you can't just feed everybody what you got going on or whatever. You know, you're your own blessing, and you don't want anybody to impact that or take away from it. So I just try to be cautious with like who I'm dealing with and stuff like that. And it may come off like nonchalant or like I don't care, but that's not the case. It's just kind of like a personal decision. So.
Okay. Yeah. Respect. Now, how do you feel like you both have progressed lately as a person?
Again, I think it's just like being mature, being understanding. To me, like, if I could like really sum everything up what I'm going through and like the type of music I'm putting out or the type of events I'm doing, I'm in a space where like perception is reality. So I really alter my perception to what I believe is true to me. You know what I mean? Like what I want to happen, I'm seeing it like a roadmap. Like that's on my GPS. I don't care what anybody else got going on because that does not concern me. I don't care what y'all thinking, what y'all doing. You cannot do nothing to me. You feel me? Like I wake up every morning and we listen to like motivational things, like a quote from Les Brown. He said, if there's no enemy within, the enemy outside can't harm you. Y'all cannot harm me. I'm tapped in.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. And I think I'm just, you know, with life, I just started to figure out that it's an ongoing journey about growth. Right. You know, you have to be better than yesterday, be better than last year, and just kind of do the best that you can, you know, be impeccable with your words and how you present yourself. And just, you know, we only get one of these, man. For all we know, we only get one of these lifetimes. So it's just like try to live it to the best of your abilities. You know, you have them days where it's like you don't feel like doing this, or you just want to have fun and stuff like that. But just just live in the moment. Like I'm more so, my journey right now is just living in the moment and appreciating each day as it passed by, because, you know, over time, you know, people just not making it for whatever reasons. Like you don't know what people got going on or whatever, what they're going through. And it's just like, it just makes me reflect on like a lot of people that I knew that passed, and, you know, you start thinking about your demise from this world and what you want to leave. Right. And it's just more so just being able to appreciate the people that you got around now.
Right. And I'll also say respect your diet, and not just the food you eating, like what you consuming. Like, you know, it's so easy to jump into something negative, like either on social media or in the comment section, or, you know, if the first thing you do is wake up, go to your phone, and you see like somebody got shot or something like that. You know what I mean?
It's not healthy.
Doing that every day is gonna take a toll on you, whether you know it or not. So, man, like you said, man, be easy. This life is a gift. You know what I mean?
So what's next for y'all?
More music, like more music. We planning on going on tour. We planning on doing a lot, just taking it up independently. And then honestly, just growing our streaming numbers on Spotify, Apple Music, all of that. And then just doing our own content so people can look out for all of that.
Yeah, and I say just honestly, like, upgrading or improving our social currency. And what that means is just pretty much like just being out there. You know, like I said before, he's like really big on TikTok doing his thing, and then we're starting to get into like acting a little bit. Shout out, we on BET Plus and on a movie called B-Boy Blues or whatever, and that happened because somebody liked my music. Right. Nice. That's it. So it's just honestly, at this point, just taking whatever opportunities that comes our way and just trying to attack it to our fullest ability. And, you know, just being appreciative of it, and whatever could come from it is just God's will.
Sure. Definitely. Well, I appreciate you guys' time, man. Y'all are super dope. I know y'all parents must be proud, and just keep working. Y'all got my support.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Thank y'all for y'all time.
Appreciate it. Skipping class, all that, you know.
Doing some dope stuff here.
For sure. Keep it up.
The Progress Report.